Hi, I'm Jennifer Senn, and today I'm talking about that feeling that you should be over it by now. If you've ever found yourself wondering why you're still feeling this pain, even though time has passed, this episode is for you. We're going to talk through why grief lingers, why it's okay, and how to move forward on the timeline that is right for you. Click the link below this video to download your free 3 video series called Why No One Understands Your Pain After Stillbirth. In these 3 short videos, you'll learn why others don't seem to get you and what you can do to help them say and do things that are helpful to your healing. When you think about getting over your baby's loss, it might seem like you should be able to mark the date on a calendar and neatly tuck it all right behind you in the past. Or that you might wake up one day and the weight will be lifted because you got over it. But I'm here to share the not so good, but also good news about how grief evolves. If that sounded confusing, hang in there with me. Even as time moves on, the reminders of your baby are everywhere, and it can feel like grief just won't let go. You may have thought that after a few months or even years, things would get easier. But then out of nowhere, something triggers you. A baby crying at the grocery store, or a birthday party that should have been, or seeing a mom with a child the same age as the baby your baby would have been. I remember one mom I worked with who said, "Every time I pass the baby section at Target, I feel like I can't breathe." It's important to remind yourself that healing doesn't mean forgetting. And it's okay to feel the weight of your loss even years later. It will eventually not sting as much and instead will be a subtle feeling of sadness or longing. You might have thoughts like, I should be stronger by now, or why can't I just be happy for others and not feel so sad all the time? Or I feel guilty for still feeling this way. I'm stuck and I don't know how to move forward. Those are some common complaints that I hear from my clients, and these thoughts can create a loop of self-doubt and frustration, making lots of moms question whether they will ever find peace. You might even find a frustration of, why can't I just move forward? And wondering what is wrong with you. I've said some of these exact same things to myself too. Then you have the added frustration of what others think about when you should be over your baby's loss. Society has an unspoken timeline for grief, unfortunately, and it often doesn't align with our reality. You might hear comments like, "You're so strong. I know you'll have another baby soon," or "At least you can get pregnant again." Those words, while they're well meaning, can feel really dismissive and hurtful. One of the hardest parts of this journey is feeling like others expect you to move on while you're still carrying such a heavy weight of grief inside. I once had a friend say to me, "I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't want to make you sad." The truth is, we don't ever forget, and bringing up doesn't make us sad. It reminds us that our babies mattered. If you're feeling the weight of these expectations, I encourage you to set boundaries with loved ones. It's okay to let people know how you feel and what you need from them. Another challenge that lingers is the constant wondering of what might have been. Every milestone that comes and goes, first birthdays, holidays, and even small things like back to school season can feel like a fresh wave of grief. I personally remember my rainbow baby's high school graduation. It hit me so hard that day because I flashed back to the dream I had of my twins at their double graduation. And even all of those years later, how different my life was, and I wondered what would have been different had they lived. The reality of their absence stung just as much, even years later. And here's the good part. I truly couldn't imagine my life being any different than it was right then at that moment. One of the biggest questions I asked myself, and so many moms I work with ask, is, will I ever be okay again? It can feel like you're stuck in this cycle of sadness where this is your reality. This is your life, is nothing but true sadness, and true happiness is impossible. But you will grow into your life without your baby, and you'll still have fond memories of them. A mom I worked with once told me, "I feel like if I let myself be happy, I'm betraying my baby." That guilt is so common, and it's something I want to encourage you to release. Healing doesn't mean you're forgetting or moving on without your baby. It means that you're finding ways to carry them with you as you continue your life. It might help to start small. Plan to enjoy a moment with a friend or do something that brings you peace. Nothing can erase your grief, but they will allow small moments of happiness. Don't forget to click that link below and grab your free access to my 3-video series called Why No One Understands Your Pain After Stillbirth, and learn why others react to you the way they do and what you can do. So, what can you do when you feel like you should be over it already? Here are some things that might help. Judging yourself. It can be so tempting to overanalyze yourself or compare how you're handling your grief to how others are, or worse yet, give in to the pressure of what others think you should be feeling at this point in time. There's no manual on exactly what you should be feeling and when. And if you're tempted to follow the stages of grief, don't. They aren't real. And you can't graduate from one stage to the next and never look back. It will ebb and flow forever, but your capacity for grief will grow and change. Give yourself permission to grieve. It's okay to miss your baby, to feel sad, and take the time that you need. There will be days when you feel like you're getting over it and you're moving past it. And then there'll be days when it just feels hopeless. Both are actually making progress, but you'll have to give yourself extra patience through it all. Seek support, whether it's through talking to your partner, close friends, finding a support person or group, or getting professional help. Having someone who understands can make all the difference. I do want to caution you and share some signs that you might need professional help. If you're experiencing persistent feelings of hopelessness, intense guilt that interferes with daily life, if you're withdrawing completely from your loved ones, or have difficulty functioning at work or home, or having thoughts of self harm or suicide, it's important to seek professional help immediately. I hope that all of this has reminded you that you're not alone in feeling this way. There's no getting over the loss of your baby. But there is a way forward, and one that honors both your grief and your healing. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Remember, healing is a journey, and you're doing an incredible job, even on the days that it doesn't feel like it. Be gentle with yourself, and I'll see you next week.